what happened in my screen last night. Guys, Matthew Perry's the American Farmhouse. Oh, it's right there. Lisa Thompson just said, oh my God. Drown in what? Jeez, I guess his pool. Hi everybody, I need a moment. Pull up my stuff. phone just rang. I had to dial something for my son. I'll be right here, right there. Morning, or no. Oh, God. It's evening, isn't it? Everything's happening. Good grief. I meant to hit the camera on. Hi, everybody. How is everyone? I'm having a weird hair moment. I just don't know what I like. Anyway, prayers to Matthew Perry and his family. Did he drown in his tub, you guys? Hi, everybody. Or, I mean, probably his pool, right? But you never know these days. Hi, Rock54, Okie Crime News, Angie Gibson, Mama Shell, Aaron Eberhard. Hi. Destiny Rose, don't mess with me at all. Sidekick, Lulu, ADHD. Hi, everyone. What are you guys writing? Oh my gosh, she was only 54. Okay. There was no drugs or alcohol found at the scene. He claimed to be sober recently, says Destiny. Oh, he was taking, let me put this up. At one point he was taking 55 pain pills. He says he doesn't remember filming. He had 14 surgeries? Wow. Wow, you guys. All right, I gotta turn this bright light down. It's driving me bonkers. How is everyone on Saturday night? Okay, so this is what happened. As you guys know, my 20-minute live was taken down, and that's it. I found out by going into YouTube Studio, and and I read the details, and what they said was this. They said, and it was nice. They said, perhaps you didn't know that you violated the community guidelines. They said that to me, I guess, because I'm new. And they said, I was not given a strike or a warning. Isn't that nice? So I don't even have a warning. So I learned from that, you can't say the word SUI, you know what, you have to say unalive, even if you're not monetized. I thought I could get away with it since I'm not monetized. So live and learn, right? That was my whole topic of mass killings done by, or I mean, after they're done, people unaliving themselves. So I'm certainly not going to do a big topic on that again, right? All right. Pippi Longstocking. I was thinking the same thing. Since I don't have a black wig, I should do that. But I don't know how she's dressed, and I'm kind of like that now. I got my little pumpkin earrings on this time. I had my kitty ones on yesterday up on Becca's. Hi, Amanda Richardson, Teacup Mama, Lisa Thompson, Salvador Bonfig. I'll just say Salvador. I'm not real good with, I did take 2 years of Spanish, but the second year was really hard for me. Sunstar, hi, everybody. Hi, thank you for coming over. This is so great. Yeah, use the term unalived. Yeah, Whitney, her daughter, Aaron Carter, now Matthew Perry. Was it in the tub then too for Matthew Perry, you guys? Hi, Brian Plott. Hi, thank you for coming over, you guys. Hit the like, please. I'm literally afraid to go monetize now. Like after, making that major mistake, or what, not mistake, but well, yeah, it was a mistake. I didn't do it on purpose. Okay, let me get a drink of I didn't know there was caffeine in this stuff, you guys. This is GoCo. These people were standing up at the store. They were fairly young, like teenagers, 19, 20. Anyway, they weren't Korean, but they said these are made in Korea. And this one is ginger and lime. So hopefully it'll wake me up a little and not get me too riled up. Hot tub. Lisa Thompson says hot tub. Gosh, you guys. I mean, we have a hot tub here, It's outside by the pool, and it's pretty hot. Like when you step in, it says it's 104. But then your body acclimates once you get in and it's perfect. But I'm imagining the heat and the jets, and if he took any even relaxing pills, how you could maybe just slump down in there and drown. I mean, it's scary, you guys. Oh, the warmth relaxes your body. Fall asleep, get too hot, have a stroke or heart attack, can't get up. Yikes. Yeah, I haven't really been in the hot tub over there for a few years because of the sea disease. I mean, I'm that protective of germs and whatnot. I haven't gotten it yet, you guys. None of my kids have either. We isolated, and we still kind of keep to ourselves, but my kids have a few friends, a few special friends, not a ton. We don't go to gatherings, things like that. Knock on wood, we don't get it because I had a stroke 3 years ago. They said if I get it, I'm more likely to have another stroke. So I'm pretty deathly very afraid to have it, get it. Hi, Tootie. Oh, expired themselves. If I can remember that instead of unalive, expired themselves, expired. Maybe I can remember that. So Maggie from the UK made me a really cool thumbnail. In order to use it, though, I've got to look up the stories that she told me about, and they're from the UK. So it's basically a serial killer. I can say killer, can't I? Does anyone know if I can say killer? Hello, hi, Jean Warren. And murder. I mean, I know I just did, but I don't want to keep saying it. Can I say those two words? Oh, wait, darn it. I'm trying to get to my history. There we go. Hello, you shouldn't say red rum. Okay, I shouldn't say that. Oh, gosh. Hope I don't lose this one. Stay away from those words. Oh, use initials. Good idea. Okay. Yes, I could say killer. Okie Crime News says. All right. She has a channel, so she should know. Not that you others don't know, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so this looks like with the name Belle, Belle, for the first name, that this serial killer was a woman. Oh, golly, you guys, this is driving me bonkers. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong thing. Okay. All right, here we are. So this story's called the Belle, probably pronounced Gunness now that I'm looking at it. I thought it was Belle Gunness. These are some pictures. I'm thinking these are the people that this first woman here killed, but I'm not sure. See? Has anybody? Hi, Steffi. Hi, Dustin Parker. What's up from Tennessee, y'all? Thanks, you guys. Yeah, hit the like, please. Hi, Sunstar. Thank you. Yeah, so I got these next three stories I'm going to talk about, cases, whatever. from Maggie. Maggie in the UK. She's a wonderful person, and she's not feeling well these days. That's all I'm going to say. So if you guys could pray for her. Makes me a lot of thumbnails. We've become really good friends on Messenger for many months now. Okay, so let's see what's going on with this. She had children. Oofda. I see a picture like this. See, I'm intrigued by all this scary stuff, but like, I really don't, it really scares me. Her suitors. Okay, so, all right, here we go. Can you guys hear me good, I guess? Hi, CMBR. Turtles for Tina. Hi, you guys. All right. The serial killer, Belle Gunness, I guess that's what I'll call her, or how I'll pronounce the words, left a trail of bodies, as many as 40. You guys, I've never read this. I have no clue what this is about. Again, my reactions are all over the place. In her wake in Indiana and Illinois between 1884 and 1908. The press of the time dubbed her the female Bluebeard. Maybe you guys have heard of it thank you, Okie. You guys, like, I don't want to start crying right now, but when I heard her voice on Messenger, she sounded really bad. Like, I asked her, it's not the C, is it? And she said no. And I'm not going to say her ailments on live or anything, but never heard really anybody sound like that poorly. But she said not to worry. So I guess I'll try not to. Okay, so this is the female Bluebeard. Bluebeard is one word. After the murderous, wait, see, I just said it. After the, I'll just try not to say that either, folk legend, and delighted in describing her horrific crimes in detail. Among her many victims were a string of lonely Norwegian bachelors, isolated in a new country without family and looking for love. You guys, this is so weird. Do you know how many Norwegian stories I've done? I mean, not that many, but there was the that island or something of that woman that was maybe a spy. If you guys watch back any of my lives, she was found burned to death, and they're trying to say she unalived herself. I know. Hi, Sunflower Darkness. Who, Tina? Who, Tina, what? Because I don't remember what I said like 5 minutes ago. Hi, Maddie. Just put a little more detail in there, like who, Tina, meaning who passed away, Matthew Perry did, or who am I talking about right now? This is Belle Gunness, Belle. Her last name was Gunness. So I'm assuming she's passed away because she did these killings between 1884 and 1908. And if she was still alive, she'd be what, 200 and something? Who's not feeling well? Oh, Maggie. Maggie in the UK. She's over on Dolly Vision's chat sometimes. She's made a lot of the thumbnails for him in the past. like the ones with all those bees and the bloody hands. See, now I'm paranoid. Like, can I say blood? Of course I can. The bloody hands on the door and the tape. She's really good. And she's made a lot of mine too. And I've gotten some thumbnails from shoot, what's her name? From Australia. She has her own, oh, True Crime Aussie, I think it's called. Yeah. All right. So anyway, there was that Norwegian story. Now there's this one, but I don't know if this is it sounds like these people were Norwegian bachelors, these men, and they came to a new country. So where? They went to England, I guess. I'll keep reading. Gunness is the lady's last name. Gunness, who had emigrated from Norway herself in the early 1880s, seemed like the perfect match, these men thought. Goodness gracious. Wait till you see the picture of her. Her first victims were what? Her first victims were two of her own children in 1896 and then in 1898, who it's believed she poisoned, followed by her first husband, Mads, first name is Mads, Mads Sorensen, who died under mysterious circumstances in 1900, not long after Gunness really got going, when she realized that there were lots of lonely hearts looking for love. Okay, here's a picture of her. So I think it was that in the first set of pictures I showed. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but she doesn't look very nice. Why is it blue? Oh, there. Oh, Mab's in here. Hi, Mab. How's it going, folks? Mabsters. Mab, so many people love you. Try to get your channel. I mean, it's up and going, but when you're able to talk, holy cow, that's strong. She looks rough. God damn. These are such funny. Humans have an evil suspicion of time. What a handsome woman. Look at you guys. God damn. Look at this. She looks rough. Oh. Are you still sick, Destiny? Hi, Chicken Snake. Hey. Prayers for Destiny, Maggie, Mab with his jaw that it'll keep healing. Prayers for me to get through this live without being so darn paranoid of saying the wrong word that this is taken down too. I'm just glad it was only 20 minutes long, not 3 hours and all this and that. So for people that are coming in late, my little 20-minute live where once they found Mr. Card in Maine unalived himself, I thought, another one, right? Unalived himself, a mass killer. Excuse me. Of course I have the belches. Oh gosh, Destiny. I'm worried. I mean, is this going to come and go for the rest of their lives and yours? Or is this like well, that's what happens with colds and flus. Is it like, once you get RSVP, is it like dormant in your system? And Destiny's, when is your baby due? November, is it 12 or 7 or something? It's around the corner, you guys. She's really pregnant too. And didn't you say to me in Messenger, Destiny, it can affect the baby or the birth or something? I mean, I read it. I just can't remember details. Wow. Gosh. I know. The days, I'm telling you right now, you guys, I woke up with neck pain every single day, every day, to the point where I'd be like to my daughter, will you just rub my neck a little bit? I bought an ergonomic pillow. Okay. No, I didn't even buy it. My ex did for my son. About $50, maybe 60 with tax. It changed my life because I always was putting my arm up under my pillow and stuff for, I don't know why I did it, always. And I always woke up sore. Now I do have arthritis in my neck, which I found out at the chiropractor a couple years ago, which sucks. You know, I thought I'd get arthritis and things when I'm older. I know a lot of people go through that. Take your vitamin and mineral supplements. Yeah, I better start taking my vitamins. I used to. I kind of just, hi, Donna Clark. Hi, Pittsburgh nurse. Hi, honey bunny. Hi, everybody. This is so wonderful. What was I talking about? Oh, God. What was I talking? Why did I go off on it? Hi, Jessica White. I went off on a tangent, you guys, and now I'm like, gosh, what was I talking about? Oh, gee, look at that. Hi, Candace. Hello. Gosh, you guys, hit the like, please, and subscribe if you want to. I'm just not ever going to say, hit the like, subscribe. No, if you want to. I mean, I know that's not how people say it and all that, but if you want to. Hi, Yvonne Sunshine Jennings. Oh, my pillow. Oh, see, Donna helped me out there. Yeah, so it's got the indentation on one side, and it's so unbelievably comfortable. I can literally nestle my head in there like this or on my side and fall asleep like, I'm not just saying this, in seconds. Seconds. And then I don't wake up with neck pain, you guys. I mean, it's truly amazing. Bunny rabbits and ride on scooters in the sky. Oh, that ride on scooters in the sky. Sorry, that was me. You guys are, like Jimmy says, right? From Dolly Vision, you guys got jokes tonight. All right. This is only good, really cold. It's starting not to get quite so. Live life at the speed of go. That's why it's called GoCo. I like coconut, you guys, but boy. So anyway, I bought like 30 of these. On my food stamps, I was able to, thinking the kids would like them because I didn't know there was caffeine in them. I think it's 95 caffeine, 95 milligrams. Is that a lot? That's not as much as Monster drinks, is it? I know my face when I take a drink. It's okay. So I should get back to the gosh darn story. For people that came in late, we're talking about this lovely woman, Belle Gunness. Gunness. I think it's Gunness. It's Norwegian. I'm 80%, but I don't have a clue. I know the word ufta, which means like, oh my gosh, or shit, or I don't know. It means something because there's stickers and things made at the Nordic Parade in Iowa, in Decorah, that I went to when I think I was 19. And what else is Norwegian? Lefse? Lefse are those potato pancakes? Is lefse, or is that bread? I have no clue. Y'all have a good night. Thank you, Sunstar, for coming over. Hey, sweet misery. I was on her show yesterday. That was fun. She and I shooting the shit. I can say shit, right? Golly. I looked it up. I can say shit. I can even say the B word. I'm surprised they allow certain things. Hi, back on my BS. Hi, everybody. Yeah, all right, let's get into this. So her first two victims, this is in, 1896 was one child, in 1898, who they believe she poisoned, followed by her first husband, Mads Sorensen. So I think these are three serial killer stories that I'm going to cover. And I got them from Maggie. I know I've already said this, but people came in a little later. I got them from Maggie from the UK, and she made me a really cute little thumbnail for my whatever the thumbnail goes on the live. Okay. Not long after Gunness really got going, when she realized that there were lots of lonely hearts looking for love. So Mab, all these men, these youngish, I guess, guys from Norway met her, and she's from Norway. So they tried to hook up or something, and she killed them. And we're talking 40 people in all. The simple answer to why Belle Gunness killed was that she could make a killing from killing. Gunness, born Brynhild Paul's daughter Storset in 1859. What? Is her real name Brynhild? Brynhild. Paul's daughter, Datter, Storset. In 1859 in Selbu, Selbu, Norway. She came to America. Oh, maybe she did this in America. I don't know. Came to America seeking wealth and soon discovered one way of acquiring it. Her two infants that I can say killed. Are you guys sure I can say that? Unalived. I better say unalived. Mab. Hi, the Kiki Lily Show. Hi, everybody. My 20-minute live was taken down, but I read the details in YouTube Studio because I thought, boy, you better get on the ball here and find out what you did. Now, I knew it was probably the topic of unaliving and mass. See, I almost said MURD, the mass killings, how they correlated together. I just was, talking about that quickly before I realized Tattooed Rebel was filming the conference. And it was taken down because of the topic. But they were really nice, you guys. I mean, it doesn't mean YouTube will always be nice. They gave me kind of a break. They said, perhaps you didn't know this was a violation of the community guidelines. So we removed your video, but you are not getting a warning or a strike. I think you can get 3 warnings, right? And then you get a strike. And also I read if you get a warning, apparently you can't get another warning at all within 90 days. That's 3 whole months, you guys. And I'm like really new on this stuff. Yeah, so I mean, I was a tad freaked out in like one part of my body, but the other was like, oh, well, this is bound to happen, right? Eventually. Okay. Wow. Okay. So her two infants that she unalived were insured, as was her first husband, who worked on the railroad and didn't make all that much in life. But dead, thanks to two life insurance policies, he made Gunness a fistful of cash, the equivalent of more than 286,000 today's money. Because this was back in 1890s, in the 1890s. She killed her first child in 1894, I think they said, and the second one in 1896. Good grief. Okay, I like to show the pictures because it can help us get the ambiance of what's going on a little bit. Lonely hearts bring cash. These poor men, you guys, this is really sick. I got a strike for 1 minute of content, says Sweet Misery. Yikes. Oh, look at this. This is funny. Depends on the context. I just killed a can of beer. Not I killed some punk as. You guys are so funny. When I watch back my lives, and I do, and I'm talking away and then I'm talking to chat, it's really kind of funny. Oh, I think, Sweet Misery, I meant to tell you, don't take this that I don't want your help. I don't appreciate your help, but I don't think I want an intro. And I'll tell you why. I'm enjoying just having a different tune and not really having one. Now, maybe in a few months I'll change my mind or something, but right now I'm just winging it so much that I kind of like the setup I have. I mean, maybe I shouldn't like the setup I have, but I don't have a schedule because I never know when other people are on, and maybe there won't be as many over here, or if Dolly Vision is on, I don't want to be filming, so I don't have a schedule. Someday maybe I will. And if there's a couple things I need to do, I can just play music. Otherwise, I would have to loop the intro maybe 3 times. Like today, it took me 9 minutes to gosh darn get on here. The phone rang. It was for my son. He used to have a phone, but got lost. So now we just share, the phone. All right. So anyway, when I'm ready for that kind of thing, Sweet Misery, I'll let you know, okay? All right. I hope you understand. And we can talk more about it, but you may not convince me of having an intro. In the days before Tinder, newspapers had Lonely Hearts ads, and Belle Gunness was a frequent user. She declared in May 7th of 1908, she lured her victims with honeyed words. She described herself as a comely widow who owns a large farm. In those days, does comely mean like pretty? It's Comely, comely widow. Huh. All right. Who owns a large farm, looking for a gentleman, equally well provided, with view of joining fortunes. And they came calling, it says. Yeah, well, Donna Clark, it's a lot of suitors, 40, but I think what they mean are those men plus with their children, right? But then again, maybe it is 40 suitors plus her children. Maybe it's even more. That's a great idea, stories from the UK would be kind of baller. Okay, there's no doubt ADHD is a man. I didn't really know, but these, not that women aren't funny, but sometimes I like to get an idea, which is great. You're a funny guy. Hi, Super Kendall. Hi, Reggie Be Good. She just likes her sucky music she plays. You know, some of it's better than others, but like the one, like, okay, this is the truth. I pick like 15, put them in the thing, and then of course I can't remember them, right? And so the one today, yesterday's was waltz or something. Today's was maybe sad-eyed, tribal something, I don't know. And so I hit it and it sounded a little countryish, but it was somber, which I liked for the Grisly Ghoulish title, just something somber. So yeah, hopefully I'll do a little better on that. I know you're partially kidding. If you hated it, you wouldn't be here. Oh, Donna Clark says that comely means not pretty? Really? So she would literally kind of say, I'm not pretty, like don't expect anything in that department, right? But I'm on a large farm and I'd like to combine fortunes. Wow. Footy, it's a word that means homely. Oh, comely means homely? Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Destiny. Yeah, don't remove any comments. Did that happen yet? I'm going to sit here and just, I really want to know. No one's going to get reprimanded, but I like to know before even a comment's removed or ever before someone's timed out. Hi, Pink Fan. Hi, Joni. It means plain. Okay, yeah, there you go, plain. Well, that's probably a first. In this day and age, it's, I got a big booty and full lips, and I want you now, right? I removed the one about me. Okay. Yeah, prayers for Destiny. I mean, she put it in chat already, so I'm just going to say it for a while, Destiny. Even if you're not in here, I'm just going to say Destiny Rose has RS. Is that what it's called? RSVP or RVP? Darn it, now I can't remember. RSP? Well, anyway. Hi, lunch lady. Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for coming over. Gosh, it's so nice. It's so nice to have new people come in and to see the regulars. That means I must be doing something right. Except let me get this comment off before I forget. Oop. There we go. All right, I'm going to keep reading after I take a sip. This makes you thirsty. It's the coconut. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. And they came calling. That's where I ended it. They answered her. She would sometimes get up to 8 letters a day from suitors, and in her correspondence with her victims, she always made sure that they were bringing their money when they came to visit. What an effing biatch. I'm just going to say it, you guys. What a. On April 28, 1908, a blaze leveled Gunness LaPorte, Indiana farm. Okay, she was, you guys, in America when this happened. In the ruins, investigators found the bodies of her 3 remaining children and what they initially believed was Gunness's body. Trigger warning. I'll type it. I'll post it is what I'll do. Trigger warning. Wait, where's the... Maybe something like that. Oh, RSV. I said RSVP, which now I know means get back in a letter. Oh, geez. As soon as you said RSV, that stands for respiratory sinus, what? You're funny, Donna. I wish I knew how to side hustle. I'm too honest with morals and values. You guys are so funny. You guys, where's my trigger warning? I wrote it in here. Flips. I wrote it in. How can it not be in here? Oh, there it is. Oh, all right. Okay, trigger warning. The was missing, and what remained of the body didn't match Gunness's proportions. It was several inches shorter than Gunness's and much thinner. Authorities eventually discovered 40 bodies buried on the farm. Oh, good grief. But whether Belle Gunness had died in the fire or so escaped to continue her deadly pursuits elsewhere remains a mystery to this day. Okay, that just wasn't enough info. So let's read some more. All right, first we'll find out who her children are. Oh, that was. Her name was Bella Paul's daughter, or Brynhild. Paul's daughter, Storset. Okay, this is a little bit of biography about her. She was the youngest of 8 children. At age 14, she began working for neighboring farms by milking and herding cattle to save enough money for the journey to New York City. She moved to the U.S. in 1881. When she was processed by immigration at Castle Garden, she changed her first name to Belle, then traveled to Chicago to join her sister, Nellie, who had immigrated several years earlier in Chicago. While living with her sister and brother-in-law, Gunness worked as a domestic servant, then got a job at a butcher's shop cutting up animal carcasses. Maybe that was her first mistake. She was at least 5'7" and weighed about 210 to 250 pounds and was physically strong in appearance. She married Mads Ditlev Anton Sorensen in 1884. The couple owned a candy store which later burned to the ground. Their home had also burned down. In both instances, granted the couple insurance payouts. 2 babies in Gunness' home died from inflammation of the large intestine, which can result from poisoning. Gunness had insured both of the children and collected a large insurance check after each death. Neighbors gossiped about the babies since Gunness never appeared to be pregnant. What? She purchased 2 life insurance policies on July 30th, 1900. Both policies were active at the same time, as one would expire that day and the other would enter into force. Sorensen, her husband, died of cerebral hemorrhage that day. Gunness explained he had come home with a headache, and she provided him with quinine powder for the pain. She later checked on him and he was dead. Can I say dead on here? I think I can. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming over. Okay, my chocolate no longer tastes good, says Maddie. Sorry. Gee. Okay, so Gunness collected money from both the expiring life insurance policy and the one that went into effect that day, making a total of $5,000. With the insurance money, she moved to LaPorte, Indiana, and bought a pig farm. Oh, then she remarried. She married a Peter Gunness on April 1st, 1902. 2 years later, she remarried. The following week, while Peter was out of the house, his infant daughter died of unknown causes in Belle's care. His infant daughter, not even hers. This is sick. Peter died, her husband, 8 months later due to a skull injury. Belle explained that Peter reached for something on a high shelf and a meat grinder fell on him, smashing his skull. The district coroner convened a coroner's jury suspecting murder. Oh, damn it. Okay, of, death, but nothing came of the case. Belle collected $3,000 insurance money for Peter's death. You guys. Disappearances. Hi, Cameron Finch. Hi, everybody. Hit the like. I was, when I looked this morning or this afternoon, I check every day. I'm curious. I had 888 subscribers, which I'm just thrilled about. That's not even 15 away. What is that? 14, 13. That's 12 away from 900. So if you haven't subscribed and you'd like to, please do. It'd be wonderful. Man, Gunness began placing marriage ads in Chicago newspapers in 1905. So she didn't just put like lovey-dovey, not lovey-dovey, quests for men. She put marriage ads, you guys. One of her ads was answered by a Wisconsin farmhand, Henry Gerhold. After traveling to LaPorte, Gerhold wrote his family saying that he liked the farm, was in good health, and requesting that they send him seed potatoes. When they failed to hear from him after that, the family contacted Gunness. She told them Gerhold had gone off with horse traders to Chicago. She kept his trunk and fur overcoat. Wow, you guys. you back on my BS. You subbed yesterday, found me through Sweet Misery. Cool. Yeah, we help each other out. Sweet Misery, put your link in chat. Who else has a channel? I never thought I was gonna. Anyone else have a channel that wants to put it in here? If Matt's still in here, he can put his channel in here. Hi, Lloyd Boston. Well, you slipped through way back. I didn't see your name. I must have been, I don't know what I was doing. Anyway, anybody else in here? I'm serious. I don't care who you are, how well I know you. Stick your link in. Wow. Here's another one. John Moe of Minnesota answered Gunness's ad in 1906. Okay, so, all right. After they had corresponded for several months, Moe traveled to LaPorte and withdrew a large amount of cash. Although no one ever saw Moe again, a carpenter who did occasional work for Gunness observed that Moe's trunk remained in her house. Their trunk, along with more than a dozen others. Well, their trunk, isn't that suitcases, you guys? And wouldn't they be in the house if they're living there? Or maybe they were living on the or thought they were going to live on the outskirt or in the barn or something. I don't know. That's confusing to me. Oh, thanks, Cameron. Well, maybe I'll get back on, but maybe I won't. And it truly is okay. I mean, being on there, even though I got voted off at the 3-week, I got immunity the second week. Some creators never get immunity. That was a really big deal to me. And the fact I was on there longer than a week was a big deal because I heard, other creators felt that I was, I don't want to say competition, but they wanted to get me off. And the fact I'm up there with 26 others, people think I started my channel to get on the island. I didn't. I didn't know when the 3rd season was going to start. Nobody did. And in fact, Jimmy didn't really even discuss when. He just said there would be a season 3. So I've said this before, the kittens were born out of the blue by what I thought was a male kitty. Turned out to be female, for real, because I got that mother kitty as a little kitten 10 months ago. And that's why, Ginger was the male kitty because of the ginger colors. We named him Ginger, but was mounting her a lot and stuff, but he was kind of doing it to the other ones. But because she was smaller, I separated them for a good whole week, even thinking she was a male and she would never get pregnant. And I was waiting and waiting and waiting 2 whole months to get back from Humane Society. I'd call them, they'd call me. We kept touching base. They were just really backed up with the SNAP program, where you only have to pay $40 instead of $165. But when I got my trust fund, I just said, forget this. I'm getting him fixed. He was spraying, miserable, meowed for 21 solid days at the windows, real loud, caterwauling it's called. I had to look it up. So that happened. And then after that, Suzanne Morphew's remains were found. And I was really into that. I was really, really into that case. I mean, the poor woman had cancer twice, and he was so jealous, but yet he's philandering around. It just, pretty much everyone knew he had done her in. Never, ever thought her remains would be found in that vast Colorado. It's an utter miracle. I'm glad they were. I think her daughters are in denial. I understand why, but it's. All right, so I'm blabbing again. Hi, Shelly Seashells. Hi, Cindy Smith. Thank you so much. Thanks for your love and support. So, yeah, if I get back on, great. Team Rose calls it Abuse Island. Is that funny or what? I think it's funny. I told my daughter. Hi, baby girl. Hi. It's okay. Your son came to visit. That's nice. Um, so I'm reading about Belle Gunness, a woman serial killer in the late 1800s who killed at least 40 people, some of them her infant children. She was from Norway, and she did this in America when she immigrated there. She put out marriage ads. It's ridiculous. And told these suitors to come with their money, and then they disappeared. And a lot of these were young men from Norway, and she was Norwegian. Really awful. And she would, obviously take their money, and she got insurance policies on her two husbands, and she's a major nutcase to say the least. Her criminal activities came to light in April 1908 when the Gunness farmhouse in LaPorte, Indiana, burned to the ground. In the ruins, authorities found the bodies of a, trigger warning, headless adult woman? Oh, a woman this time. Initially identified as Belle Gunness and her three children, initially. Further investigation unearthed the partial remains of at least 11 additional people on the Gunness property. She bought a pig farm. You know what this is reminding me of? Those two disgusting men, weren't they in Canada, you guys? Who picked up prostitutes? How many? I can't remember. Wasn't it like 10 years ago? And they owned a pig farm, right? Ugh, disgusting. Anyone remember that story? Put a 1 in here if you did. Tina, you're doing amazing ignoring the haters, says Midnight Moons. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you literally get kind of immune and used to it. And then, the saying, well, no, it's not that. I was going to say waiting for the other shoe to fall off, but it's not that. When you think you've been through all the kind of different scenarios of like cyberbullying or whatever, something else kind of happens. It's very weird. I mean, someone took a petition out on me, like restraining order thing, saying I was harassing them. I'm not going to say names, but just hasn't filed it yet. Isn't that weird? Like, I found that out a few months ago. I don't harass people. I don't. It's just, I don't know. A, I'm not that kind of person, and B, I don't have time. Hi, Cindy Smith. Hi, everybody. Did I miss any names? I don't think I did. Did anyone put a 1 in chat if you heard of that? Those creepy. Hi, Maria hears you. Hi. No. Well, she went and got it wherever she lives. Okay, I'll just say this. 10 months ago, when I was talking about that story, he's called is it the Hillside Killer? I think it's the Hillside Strangler. Not the guy in California, Ramirez, not that one. This is Bianchi, Ken Bianchi. I was talking about that story on Jimmy's panel. And somebody came up on panel in the past who was nice to me and we were getting along. It's not anyone you guys could even think of. And his ex-girlfriend, while Bianchi, this is in the 70s, okay, lived nearish where this person lives. And I set up on panel this person's name to give people an idea like how close things are to Seattle and whatnot, and people that live down south. I didn't say she was the killer. I didn't say she knew any of these people. I mean, it was really kind of bizarre. Now, I found all this out when she was bringing it up in chat, and I was sort of firing back and sticking up for myself. No, I didn't fire back. The first time I said, wow, you know, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. There was no malicious intent. Anyway, she actually said, oh, it's okay. And I said, well, you know, I hope it really is and whatever. And she said, yeah, I made 2 months later, it's coming up again, but in someone else's chat on another show, on another channel. Then the next thing I know, it's coming up in my comments. Or no, I think in the comments in Dolly Visions about me. Then the next thing like majorly being brought up. And then it's supposedly getting worse. She's going to hurt herself and her family is this and this. And so she's having like beyond major duress. So I brought it up on Jimmy's panel because that kind of stuff was being talked about. But I found out I shouldn't have brought it up. And I mean, I didn't get in trouble or anything, but you know. And then I've been talking to some people and I found out what's been going on behind the scenes a little bit with that. And I mean, it's bizarre. Oh, and then she totally doxed me, totally, and put a picture of this petition, this restraining order, you guys, on Team Rose's Facebook page, which was up there for months. I'm not kidding. Now, hopefully it's down by now. I've asked Team Rose a couple of times, can you please take it down? And I think she has, or she hasn't, or whatever. I know. My address, my real address, not just my state. And I was just like, what? Like, I didn't even know what doxing was, you know, you guys. I mean, I'm just, anyway. So yeah. So I found out she has that. It's just not filed due to financial reasons. Now, after me blabbing right now, maybe she'll file it. Who frig knows? If she does, I'm not flying anywhere to contest it. Have one against me for a year. But you know what? In a way, that'd be a good thing because then doesn't she have to leave me alone? I went as far. I was over on Dumplings. I've only been on her panel like a couple of times, and I begged her to leave her stream up because she was up there with me, and Dumpling was sticking up for me and saying, "Oh, I don't think blah 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 and blah blah blah," and it got so sort of controversial, whatever. Dumpling took it down. She took it down because I knew this woman has such issues with me. It wasn't over. I knew it. Even though she was up on Dumplings and talking, they discussed it for 20 minutes. Like Dumpling was trying to help squash the whole thing. Nope. No. Boom. Petition. Boom. I'm being doxxed. Just weird. So yeah, this is what I mean. When you think things can't get worse, they really kind of can. Or when you think you've been through it all. Okay. Okay, so After the fire at the Gunness homestead led to the discovery of bodies believed to be Gunness and her children, LaPorte police authorities were contacted by Mr. Hegelian, who found correspondence between his brother. The first name is Asle. Is that Azel? Azel? I don't know. Helgelian, who had found correspondence between his brother Andrew Helgelian and Gunness. The letters included petitions for him to relocate to LaPorte, to bring money, and to keep the move a secret. A visit by Azel Helgian to the Gunness farm with a former hired hand led to attention being paid to soft depressions in what had been made into a pen for hogs. After briefly digging one of the depressions in the lot, a gunny sack was found. Good grief, you guys. I'm glad I have trigger warning up here. Gunny sack was found that contained 2 hands, 2 feet, and 1 head, which Helgian recognized to be those of his brother. Wow. I know, sweet misery, it is. I mean, to me, this is really kind of a dangerous person I'm dealing with a little bit. And so if I was even to like fly there and try to contest things and make a big deal out of it, really might not be the wisest thing. If it ever is filed and I go and I just don't contest it, well, good. And if she tries to contact me, isn't she in contempt of the order? Yikes. Oh, thanks, Karen Lee. It's kind of silly. Sometimes I get tired of all the fullness around me and I want to change it up, but it's layered, so the braids are kind of, I don't know what they are. Yeah, but thank you for that compliment. That's nice. Okay, so that's awful. So immediate inspection of the site revealed that there were dozens of such slumped depressions in the Gunness yard, and further digging and investigation at the site yielded multiple burlap sacks containing torsos and hands, arms hacked from the shoulders down, masses of human bone wrapped in. Ew, you guys. Okay, I'm really glad this says Ghoulish and Grisly crimes on my title, because this person's very graphic. I'm just going to read it. Torsos and hands, arms hacked from the shoulders down. Can you hear me? I don't want them to hear me. Masses, wait, where am I? Masses of human bone wrapped in loose flesh that dripped like jelly. From trash-covered depressions that proved to be graves. In each case, the body had been butchered in the same manner. The body decapitated, the arms removed at the shoulders, and the legs severed at the knees. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, it is. Isn't it crazy, Joni? People are going missing now. Granted, right? What? There weren't any cameras, right? No CCTV cameras. And people, going a distance. Ugh, I know. This is really gross. Can you guys hear me when I kind of whispered? Probably. Okay. I mean, my kids are grown. My daughter's 19, my son's 27, but if my son hears a certain word, he can't stop thinking about it. He has OCD. Norway is pretty sparsely populated too, I think. Yeah. Did these men come from Norway because she was Norwegian, or were they? I'm thinking they did, because she had a bunch of suitors, and they were Norwegian. And I don't know how easy it is to get immigration status in the US back then. She apparently did it through, or, oh, good, Cindy. Hi, Cindy Smith. Through her sister. Remember, she was staying with her sister in Chicago before she bought this farm in Indiana. And for the people that came in later, she killed her first two husbands. Well, they think. They don't know for sure, but they're thinking that. And two infant little children. Yeah, how many of them traveled to meet their demise? Exactly. Okay. Oofta. Blunt trauma and gashes characterized the skulls that were found that had been separated from the bodies. The bones had been crushed on the ends as though they had been struck with hammers after they were dismembered, and that quicklime had been scattered over the faces, ew, you guys, and stuffed in the ears. Ugh. After finding the parts of 5 bodies on the first day and an additional 6 on the second, some in shallow graves under the original hog pen, others near an outhouse or a lake, the police stopped counting. Wow. With these discoveries, the perceptions of Belle Gunness, as reported in newspaper descriptions of a praiseworthy woman dying in the fire that consumed her house in a desperate attempt to save her children, were reassessed. Despite the initial success with the identification of Andrew Helgelian, that's the brother of one of them that his brother's missing over on her farm. And despite the fact that widening news coverage of the mass murders invited inquiries from families with men that had gone missing, most of the remains could not be identified. Here's another one. Ray Lamphere was Gunness's hired hand and on and off lover. Okay, maybe he didn't disappear. I'll keep reading. In November 1908, Lamphere was convicted of arson in connection with the fire at Gunness's house. Lamphere later confessed that Gunness had placed advertisements seeking male companionship only to murder and rob the men who responded and subsequently visited her on the farm. Lamphere stated that Gunness asked him to burn down the farmhouse with her children inside. Lamphere also asserted that the body thought to be Gunness's was in fact a murder. Oh, I said it again. An unalive victim chosen and planted to mislead investigators. The brother of one victim had warned Gunness that he might arrive at the farm shortly to investigate his brother's disappearance. According to Lamphere, this impending visit motivated Gunness to destroy her house, fake her own death, and flee. When Lamphere was arrested, he was wearing John Moe's overcoat and Henry Gerholt's watch. 2 men, that went there and were killed, it looks like. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here with me, listening to this ghoulish and grisly grossness. Ghoulish, grisly grossness. Edward Betchley, a journalist, was given a secret assignment to acquire access to a confession and publish it, thus bringing a second, inconsistent Lamphere account to light. The second account is based on the report that Lamphere contacted a Reverend Edwin Shell and provided him with a verbal confession that Shell transcribed and Lamphere signed, a document that Shell kept sealed in his personal safe. Betchley attempted to convince Shell to allow him to publish this later confession, but was denied by both Shell and Shell's wife. However, a separate Newspaper published a story with speculation regarding the second Lanphier confession. Described as worried as to the peace of the families of the victims, Shell offered the confession to Betchley, which was later published. In the confession, Lanphier said that he had killed Mrs. Gunness and children with an axe, sprinkled the bodies with kerosene, and set fire to them in the house. He gave details of the slaying and told his part in the former killings, which occurred at the Gunness farm, his task usually being the burying of the bodies in the garden. The essential fact, however, was that the killer was not alive as a fugitive. I think he's just trying to help her out because maybe he's afraid she's going to come back and do something to him, right? Maybe. Belle Gunness was pronounced dead, even though the doctor who performed the postmortem testified that the headless body was 5 inches shorter and 50 pounds lighter than Gunness. What? No explanation was provided for what happened to the body's head. Whether Gunness died in the fire or escaped remained uncertain, although the sheriff blamed a Chicago American reporter for inventing the escaped story. Reported sightings of Gunness in the Chicago area continued long after she was declared dead. At the time, police looked into reports of women suspected to be Belle, none of which led to her apprehension. In 2008, DNA tests were performed on the headless corpse in an attempt to compare the DNA in the corpse against a sample from a letter Gunness had sent to one of her victims, but due to its age, the sample was not able to be properly tested. After Gunness's crimes came to light, the Gunness farm became a tourist attraction. Good grief. Spectators came from across the country to see the mass graves, and concessions and souvenirs were sold. Moreover, the crime became an acknowledged part of area history. The LaPorte County Historical Society Museum has a permanent Belle Gunness exhibit. Wow. Can you just even believe this? What a slap in the face to the victims' families. Exhibits in a museum, you guys? Souvenirs? What the heck? Gunness has also been the subject of at least 2 American musical ballads. I thought the word was going to be novel, and I read ballads. Wow. A 2004 film starring Elizabeth Hurley as Rebecca, who is portraying Gunness in a film within the film, being shot in Romania. Oh, the movie was shot in Romania. I thought someone was shot in Romania. In 2017, true crime podcast, My Favorite, Murder, performed and later released a live episode detailing Gunness's crimes. A movie called The Farm, a 2021 film starring Tracy Lords, is based on the Belle Gunness story, you guys. There's a nonfiction book by Harold Shelter on the life of Belle Gunness. There's another one called Hell's Princess, The Mystery of Belle Gunness, Butcher of Men. Oh my gosh. In the Garden of Spite, a novel of the Black Widow of LaPorte, is U.S. published 2021 novel by Camilla Bruce with elements of Norwegian noir, Noir, and true crime. based on the life of Belle Gunness. It was published in the UK with the title Triflers. Another one, My Men, a 2023 Norwegian novel by Victoria Kieland, is a fictionalized version of Gunness's life. Wow, you guys. I don't know how many children she had, but this is sad. There's 3 here. Oh, of course. Okay, here she is when she's a little younger. Oh, my tremors. Yeah, this is just unreal. I never, ever heard about this. Put a 1 in chat if you've ever heard this story about Belle Gunness. Okay, so just a small summary of it, and then I'm going to be done with the story. One might call Belle Gunness a black widow killer. She was a Norwegian-born serial killer, thought to have killed at least 14 people, and perhaps as many as 40 in the late 1800s and early 1900s, throughout Illinois and Indiana. While it's true that she did apparently kill 2 of her husbands, she wasn't content just to off her spouses. It's believed that Gunness also killed her own children, a baby, stepdaughter, her adopted daughter, and many men she trickled into coming to visit her via personal ads in Lonely Hearts columns. Oh my gosh, you guys. Here's 4 people. Gunness had a long list of victims. Here's a Peter Gunness. Henry Gerholt is on the bottom. Andrew Helgelian is on the bottom where the brother came. And there's a Jenny Olson. Okay. So she married him. I believe this was her second husband. Yeah, it was, because Sorensen was the last name of her other one. They think this is the body that was in there that was pretending to be her. And then these 2 men, Henry Gerholt, remember the guy was wearing his watch, darn tremors, and Andrew Helgelian. Probably the caffeine in this drink isn't helping my tremors, you guys. I barely have 1 a week. I maybe have 1 a month. Oh, Guinness. Guinness, like the beer. But I thought Guinness was pronounced, was spelled Guiness. This is Gunness, but you're right. It's probably still Guinness. Guinness, not Gunness. Right? Here's the word. But you should know, right? Are you Australian, Lulu, or are you, no, you're British, right? Hi, Messy Jessie. Hi, everybody coming in. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, I did karaoke like over 2.5 hours on Becca's, and I'm just sung out. It's slightly pressureful. It's real fun and all that, but it's pressureful because I don't mind making some mistakes. I can laugh at myself, but people see you, and I could easily turn the camera off, but now I'm so used to doing it with the camera on, and it's sort of challenging myself a little bit too. And I told her way back, I'm either going to do it a Friday or a Saturday, you know. Um, and then my live was taken down of 20 minutes last night because I talked about the unaliving with mass murders, right? And that's okay. It was only 20 minutes long, even if it was longer. But I thought I could just talk about it because I'm not monetized, but you can't, and that makes sense. They even said eating disorders, you guys. But I've seen a lot of that kind of stuff with that Eugenia Clooney, that woman, man. Have you guys heard about her? Eugenia Clooney. She is literally as skinny as a skeleton. And she gets all these fancy clothes, and she wears clothes, and I'm going to say it right here. Her teeth are bigger than her face. It's that bad, you guys. YouTube isn't doing anything about her. Or is she on YouTube? Well, yeah, she is on YouTube. That's where I saw her. People call in and pick on her, but I don't know. And I think, frankly, her mom is wacko. I think her mother is living off her money, frankly. Oh, and her mom ain't no skinny lady. Let's put it that way. I'm not trying to talk about sizes here, but talk about exploiting your own child. It's disgusting, you guys. Look it up sometime. Eugenia, Eugenia Clooney. I saw a video of her when she was like 120 pounds or something. And she looked good, and she had been to a place to get help. And she was on someone else's channel talking about it, feeling better. And then I don't know what happened. Okay, I took my trigger warning down by accident. When did I hit on that? Oh, Lord. Where is it in here? It's way up here. Let me see if I can find it. Does a mod want to type in? I'll just do it again. Why am I like searching like that? I feel like I should have. Maybe the yellow's better. Thanks, you guys, for hanging out. Boy. Hi, Teacup Mama. Hi, everybody. Where is my? There it is. Oh, Pink Fan put it in. Okay, I'll use yours. Yours is better. Nice. Thank you. Thanks, you guys. All right, so I showed you the pictures of those people. I mean, I'm not trying to, well, I better not say it. You know, there's that saying out there, kicking a dead horse, but we all love horses and everything. It's just a saying. I wanted to see, nah, we're done with that story. We saw some of the victim. Well, I'd like to see the farm. Kind of, maybe. Shoot. Now what? She gives us Norwegians a bad name, you guys. I'm not really, I'm 80%. My mom's full, my dad's full, and the other 20% for me is German, Dutch, Polish, Scot, and Irish. I learned that from my grandma. I was like, okay, I don't think she'd lie to me. Her last name was Olson before she married and had the last name, maiden name Michael. And her husband was German. Oh, good grief. Who's this? Okay, that's okay, that's a weird. Is this real or is this just like who puts this on their stones? Did they do this back in the day or is this just look at that? But to me it looks like a real picture. Yeah, I'm trying to find the farm back on my BS. Yeah, my earrings are okay, the ones I had on yesterday were little orange kitties with I should show you guys. These are pumpkins with little what are they? Black hats. Is there a face? Wait, why am I doing that when I can take it out? I think there's a face. Yeah, there is a faint face. Wait. Oh, golly, you guys. Hi, Wiccan. Hi, Lori Shortlegs. I know. That was the first thing we talked about, Lori. The Matthew Perry drowned in his jacuzzi. It was reported as a water rescue. Wow. Was that last night or like today? Thank you. Let me go get my kitty cat ones. Their eyes are big and they got whiskers, but they're kind of scary looking, but not really. Let me grab those. Oh, oh. I had a little bit of a scare earlier with the kittens. They're running around pell-mell. I go out to feed the cats their food because I feed them twice a day, morning and evening, or if I get up in the afternoon, afternoon and evening. They get meat, dry, plenty of it, probably this much on a plate. And I used to give them a little dry in the middle of the day because we know cats like to graze, but what's his face? Now I can't, Galaxy, something Galaxy, the guy that does the, he's like a cat whisperer almost, said they only need to be fed twice a day or they'll become overweight. My kitties are indoor. You can only have indoor here. Hi, Gramazon. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming over. Anyway, the darker kitty, right? There's two that almost look like twins, but one has more white on his belly. That's Tulip. We're hoping is a girl. We still don't know. The other fluff ball with all the different colors, they're half Maine Coon, half Tiger Tabby. So it's really interesting. They have these calico black and white colors with some stripes in here and there. They're quite unique. The mama is full Maine Coon, and the dad we rescued out here a year ago. It was all skinny, meowing and meowing in the bushes, no collar, no nothing. We couldn't get him for a couple of days, and then we were just like, I told my daughter grab a can of chicken meat or whatever, and he'd come up and then he'd dart across the parking lot. It was nighttime. It's like 11 at night. We were out there, my daughter and I. She's 19. And he must have gotten hungry enough. He came up, she knelt down, she was by the food. She moved real slow and was just petting him. I just couldn't believe it. He was running under cars parked, and all that. She picked him up. He was scared. I said, clutch him real snug. Don't get scratched. Went up, brought him in. He's been here ever since. He's the dad. Okay, I have these little ghosts. Now, I didn't buy these, okay? I got these from Monique. Wait, no, I didn't. I got these. I got these from Monique, I believe. I got these little ghosts from Barbara Thompson, who sent me the little perfume holder. They're little things, so, if you travel, you want to bring your cologne, you can't bring a big-ass bottle. Anyway, I got these from Monique way back ago. Aren't they cute? I don't wear earrings like I used to. I mean, I do kind of lately, but I always had to have a different pair on in my 40s and 50s. These are the ones I had on yesterday. Are they the funniest? Yeah, poor Matthew Perry. Was he married, Lori? Did he have children? I don't think he had kids, did he? I mean, he was 54. I guess he could have easily. And then I used to have some big kind of pumpkins. I don't like to wear too big of earrings. These are my panda earrings. And now, honestly, they look like soots. Aren't they cute? Whoops. And then I really like these. Look at my cameras. I'm kind of showing my earrings right now because a lady liked my, look at these cameras. There. Trying to center it so you guys can like, you know, I mean, it's not a big deal, but if I'm going to do this, I want it to. Why doesn't it want to stay there? All right, well, whatever. Do you guys have a Claire and stuff down south and everything? And on the East Coast, Claire, you know, where teens can get these earrings and stuff, you can get a whole thing. They were my daughter. She got her ears pierced. I think she was 13. Anyway, shortly after it, she didn't want to deal with it like at all, cleaning her ears, nothing. So I think the holes closed back up, and I said, "Hey, can I have your earrings?" All right. Oh, he was never married and he had no kids, says Wiccan. Wow. You know who I haven't seen in here in a while, you guys, or around anywhere for that matter, is Tony. I hope he's okay. You know, he's not 100% the, I don't want to say picture. He's not completely healthy. Oh, thanks, Pink Fan. Thanks, you guys. Hi, Connie Branch. Hi. Yeah, it's really sad. It's really sad. 54 is quite young. Mm. Oh, shoot. Now I took the thing off. I took the trigger warning off. Yeah, I've had cats my whole life too. And I had one with 6 toes, right? The thin little white one. And I moved and I gave it to some neighbors. And then when I was on a city bus, I saw them and I asked how P Dot was. P Dot was the name. And they're like, we don't have P Dot. And I was just sick. I felt like it was my fault if something happened to that cat because, you know, I moved and I gave it away. Had a really high, like a real high mew. All right, if someone wants to, here, I'm just going to find my trigger warning on here and stick it back up. Here it is. So, let's see. Jimmy was going to go live. Oh, 2 hours ago. And so he should be going live pretty soon. No, you guys? I've been on an hour and 55 minutes. So I'm kind of surprised I haven't gotten the 30-minute thing by Dolly Vision. Oh my God. Ms. Ann subscribed to my channel. Thank you, Ms. Ann. Wow, now I might be yep. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, I'm getting constant messenger messages in on the top. Oh. Oh. Um I had 888. Maybe I have 889 now. That means I'm only 11 away. Now, there's a picture of a farm, but you know, is it a painting? Is it a picture? What is it? It says Shutterstock. Yeah, Lori, this is a really interesting story. If you guys are able to go back, anyone that missed the beginning, I mean, it's depressing, it's all get out. And it is grisly and ghoulish for real. But this woman, Belle Gunness, it's pronounced, not Gunness, from Norway, went to America, lived with her sister, and I think her sister's husband or her sister's brother, I don't know. Um, immigrated there, bought a farm, then put marriage ads in the 1800s and late 1800s, early 1900s, said bring money, and they disappeared on her farm. And all these body parts were found in gunny sacks later on her farm. And she's never been found. She tried to fake her own death, but this woman is whose body, but without a head, was 50 pounds less, 5 inches shorter than her, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I mean, obviously, she's not alive today, but for years. And she's completely, utterly nuts. She killed her first two husbands, they believe. So we're looking at least 40 people. Yeah. And now the gosh darn farm in LaPorte, Indiana, is a tourist attraction, and thousands of gawkers turning up in some cases, taking souvenirs. What on earth kind of souvenir would you even have? I mean, she bought a pig farm, and this story was given to me on Messenger by Maggie from the UK. Hi, everyone. Hi, Barbara Smith. I was just reading this morning that all of the Friends cast members each receive 20 million in residuals each year. They get 20 million every year because of the show that did air. Wow. Oh, hi. Hi, Regina Smith. Hi, Louis Roman. Yes. Hi, Carol Ann. Hi, Kay Marie. Hi, Ms. Ann. Your notification came up that you subscribed. Thank you for doing that. Thank you. You've been in a lot of pain in the last few days, says Ms. Ann Horn. Prayers, you and Maggie from the UK isn't feeling well. And Destiny, who literally said in here, Ms. Ann, has is it RSV? Now I want to say RSP. I think it's RSV. Her kids are sick. Hi, everybody. Hi, Total Cutie. Thanks, you guys. This really warms my heart. Thank you so, so much. I just did a story. I'm going to say it again on Belle Gunness. She was from Norway and she was married twice. She killed her first two husbands. her 2 infant children by possible poisoning, they believe, because of the way the intestines and everything were found. This was back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And then she put ads in for suitors to come to her farm. She said, "I'm a comely woman," which I guess means homely. But I want to, she's looking for love and wanted them to come to her farm, and they disappeared. And gunny sacks were found with body parts, like all over her farm. And that's because there were depressions on this pig farm in the dirt and stuff. They were found, these depressions, when a brother of one of the men that was missing from Norway. So see, they men from Norway answered her ads too, because they thought it'd be a good fit in some way. But she told them all to bring cash and money and blah, blah, blah. She killed her first 2 husbands and got their insurances. Her children, she had insurance policies out on. She killed a woman to fake her own death. And then they believe she, or an accomplice guy who is admitting somewhere in the story, that he burned down the farm so she could get away with things and whatnot. And no one's ever found her. Of course, she's not alive today, right? Supposedly there were sightings of her in Chicago. Yeah. So she's it's this woman. And I've been doing like 2 hours on her. That's the name. Maggie gave me this story with a cute thumbnail that I'm going to use. And please go back and watch it, you guys. I mean, it's pretty fascinating. I mean, it's gross, but it's fascinating. I'll show these again really quick. Three of her children right there with her. There she is when she's older. She looks miserable, to say the least. These are the victims, some of them. The one on top, Peter Guinness, that was her second husband. The Jenny Olson, they believe, was unalive to take her place, but she was 50 pounds thinner, 5 inches shorter. Oh, you guys. Okay, what is that? Oh, okay. And then the 2 on the bottom is a Henry Gerbold and an Andrew Helgelian, and that was the brother that went over there to say, "Hey, where's my brother?" Because, you know, he went over there to meet her, and they didn't hear from him again. So anyway, it's a good story. I've covered it a long time. I mean, it's grisly and ghoulish. It's graphic. It's detailed. I have trigger warning up. And I had a 20-minute live about people who are mass killers and their correlation with unaliving themselves. I have to be careful what I say, and it was taken down because even though I'm not monetized, that's why I thought it'd be okay. I talked about the unaliving word a lot for 20 minutes. I was reading something about it. But I didn't get a warning and I didn't get a strike because I read the details in my YouTube studio because I was told that's where I could go find it. And sure enough, and they were nice. They said, perhaps you didn't know you violated or you have a violation of our community guidelines. We're going to remove your video. But they said this. They said, this is not a warning and it's not a strike. Is that the other word? It's not a warning and it is not. Anyway, nothing happened to me at all except my video was removed. So that's nice. So I'm still learning. I'm still learning. Hi, everybody. Anyway, Tony's usually used to be over in here quite a bit. I hope he's okay. I haven't seen him in probably a good week, you guys. So, you know. Oh, PCT, your name is Tina. Well, my real name is Megan. And PCT is kind of what Jimmy calls me now and then on his show and even his lives. And even I do. But yeah, for a year I've been paper cut Tina. Because when I first called in, because of my tremors, I was probably shuffling papers. I was outside of my hall for privacy. And Jimmy said, I was nervous, you know. And he's like, relax, relax. You're going to get a paper cut. And then I called in a few more times. And yeah, so that was my name. And then I went up on panel and it was so much fun. I became addicted to it. Yeah. Wiccan, what story is it, Tina? You just got it, right? The one I did is called Belle, Belle. I thought it was pronounced Gunness, but Lulu, who's from the UK, says it's Guinness, even though there's no I in it. Gunness. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a lot of people. And there, you know, honestly, I didn't even know there was a serial killer by a woman like that way back ago. Because I looked up how many female, thank you, Lori. How many serial killers of women have there been or something? And the first one apparently was, I thought, it said what I read in 1970, and I can't remember who for the life of me it was. All right, I'm going to keep going because I did sing and I did support Becca last night. So I'm just going to try to work on my own thing right here, especially since my show is taken down. And she knows that I do karaoke either a Friday or Saturday night. I can't do it both. For one, my loud singing really bothers my son after a while. And then also, if my daughter goes to bed early, it bothers her. She doesn't say it like that, but it does. Okay, so now there's this one, the Wallingford, Wallingford, shoebox, MURDER. I wonder if I can spell it, but just not say that word, because I was told, hi, Love Metal. Hi, Lizzo Investigates. What? What? You just heard on Scanner live shooter at Chula Vista ongoing? Is that in California? That makes me think of that one college bar in California where that shooter was, you guys. Remember that? Wow, really? Okay, well, I'm gonna pull it up and hope I don't get in trouble. I do that a lot of my videos. No strikes yet, so spelling seems to work out. Thank you. Tina, you sing on here too. I don't think I do I? No, I'm kind of just leaving this as okay, I want to be different. I don't want to just cover the mainstream. And so I was looking into mysteries a month ago when I started my channel. It was a month yesterday. Yesterday made a month. Oh, thank you for letting her come in or bring her in. She ran out. She needs air sometimes. Not air. Is she looking for? Are all three of them in there? They must be. She's cleaning them. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. I know. You're not. The kittens are all in this, those things you buy as a little ball hanging, and they're in there. And she walked up doing her, and she's licking them. All right. Oh, listen, Shayla. All right, you guys. I believe California. Yeah. Oh, Chula Vista. Gee, you guys. So yeah, it was mysteries, and then I got some cool thumbnails for these other ones, and we're in the season, of kind of scary stuff and whatnot. But I believe my last videos have been pretty good. I mean, interesting, pretty thorough stories I've never heard of. I mean, just at all. Um, the one of that lady who they think might have been a spy who was found um, burned or whatever, and she had wigs and all these things in her suitcase, and she had 7 different passports, and I can't even remember the name of that mystery, you guys. Who was that? Oh, I just can't even remember her name. Anyway, that was interesting. Okay, I'm going to type in Chula Vista and see what's going on. You think this person, because it's like so quickly here, oh, it's a shopping mall. Suspects outstanding. That's 20 minutes ago. It says suspects outstanding. A Chula Vista shopping mall is on lockdown after shots were fired at a brewery Saturday. Oh, good grief, you guys. Okay, is this a little bit of news I can show, or is this just a picture? Let me check it. All right. I'm going to read what's going on here. Who had 2 engagements, Love Metal? Wow. Hi, Kylie. Hi. You're from New Zealand, right? Or are you from the UK too? I think you're from New Zealand. The Otay Ranch Town Center in Chula Vista is on lockdown after Shots were fired at a brewery Saturday night. Saturday night. That's tonight. Well, for me, it's only 8:43 p.m. here. The suspects are still at large. The shooting happened at Novo Brazil Brewing, located in the shopping mall at 7 p.m. So 7 p.m. California time. Yeah, that's an hour and 45 minutes ago from where I am. I'm in Washington State. See your comment above, says Ms. Ann. 4 injuries. Okay, no one's died or no one was killed. That's good. Hi, Arco Show. Hello. What a story I just did. I'm not going to talk about it. I've already talked about it a lot. It's called the Belle Gunness killings, because I don't try not to say Murders anymore. But a woman unaliving 40 people or more in the late 1800s, early 1900s. 2 of her husbands, 2 of her infant children, and then she put in marriage ads. Men from Norway. She was originally from Norway. It's just unbelievable. Okay, so yeah, that's all I know so far. Oh, no, it says at least 1 person was shot in the leg. Then it says no other information was immediately available. Okay. Think of all the people in the mall on a Saturday night. I mean, I don't hardly ever go to a mall. And well, our mall is clear across town, and I want to go in there if I have money, right? Have a bite to eat, get an orange Julius maybe. Those are good. Okay. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that. So this one is the Wallingford shoebox. Okay, good, Miss Ann. Good, Lizzo. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Kylie is from New Zealand. Wow. When that volcano erupted, when those people were right smack there, right? Well, they were on top of it and they all perished. I can't remember the amount. Wasn't it like 22 people? And wasn't that 2 years ago? Are you close to there, Kylie? Are you close to that? Not the mountain necessarily, but the mountain was out on an island. What was the name of that mountain? Remember that story, you guys? That was something else. You could literally see. Was it from satellite? What was it from? Or was it a helicopter that was going over the top before it blew? You could see little people, spots of people walking around the crater, and then it blew. And people were covered in ash and burning. And people were on those boats, those sightseeing boats when it blew. Yeah, I haven't had an orange Julius in ages. Honey Bunny likes those too. We'll wave over to you next time I'm on the beach. That's Lulu saying that. Are you saying that to Kylie? That's funny. Oh, okay. Sweet Misery says Jimmy's live says tomorrow. Okay, it's not tonight. Why does this longer one have to stick out like that? Like, I don't. Okay. Yeah, that's the other end of our country. I'm in the South Island. What was the name of that volcano that blew? Kalili or not Kalili? I know, Barbara. It is now. The first sip was really good when it was cold, but I'm trying to get used to coconut water too. But it's a ginger lime, has 95 milligrams of caffeine in it. So I'll have one maybe not even every 3 weeks because it's kind of sour. And I mean, I have soda, but oh my gosh, my dogs are hearing your cats and not happy right now. Oh, the volcano erupted when? Was that 2 years ago? So, yeah, my drink is getting warmer each moment, and he must have changed it. Good. I'm kind of glad because I'm like really wide awake and doing these stories. But, um, yeah, you didn't hear about that? Oh, you have a lot of volcanoes in North Island. Yeah, I mean, people were covered in ash and on fire. Said Sunday and Thursday nights now. White Island. Yes. Yes. That was it because I remember the name now. Yeah, it was White Island in New Zealand, you guys. Honey Bunny says, I thought Dolly was going live in 10 minutes. Well, I usually get a 30-minute notification, and I haven't even gotten that. Yeah, well, now I'm going to type in this because I'm talking about this. You guys, you didn't hear about this, Sweet Misery? Oh my goodness. There it is, White Island, New Zealand eruption 2019, White Island eruption victims. That was 2019, or maybe that was another one. That might have been a smaller one. No, that, gosh, you guys, I thought it was 22 individuals died. Here it is. Put a one in chat if you heard about this. Lori, it wasn't Turtle Island. Tonight is Saturday night, tomorrow is Sunday night. Yeah, so isn't Turtle Island then Sunday night? Ooh. Kylie said had a couple huge earthquakes here in town called Christchurch. Killed a lot of people. You live 3 hours from that city. Wow. Probably because the news is copyright. Um, what? That my live got taken down, my 20-minute one? Mine was because they told me. They literally told me in the details because I was talking about SUICIDE. That isn't allowed, or people harming themselves or whatever, because and I thought it was if you're not monetized. I assumed. And that's what they said. And I didn't get a strike and I didn't get a warning. Thank God. I mean, I got my live taken down or my program, which is fine. Yeah, Dolly Vision. Yep. Your new comment. Tina, see my new comment. It's not here yet. Tina, see my new comment, and I'm going back. And the only one I see is I'm listening to it on one of my 4 scanners, waiting to hear more, and we'll update here. Is that what you're talking about? Where did the Tina come from? I don't know. I think just the paper cut ends with a T, and then Jimmy named me. I literally, when you're called that all the time, like even for my friends in Messenger and stuff, I was beginning to think I was a Tina there for a while, kind of. Right below short legs about Saturday night. Okay, let me go up and look. No, the earthquakes, Lori, was the White Island in New Zealand in 2019. I thought it was 2 years ago. It was longer than that. Time's flying. Okay, Lori says tonight is Saturday night, tomorrow is Sunday night, and then Tina, see my new comment. And then it says, wait. Somebody deleted it. Geez, that one? Oh, somebody deleted your comment? You guys can't delete the comments, please. Who is a mod in here? Sweet Misery, you're not deleting comments, right? Because I want to know. I probably should have updated the mods on this. Before anything's deleted, I want to know. And if I miss it, just put a whole bunch of stop signs, because I read and I look over, I read and I look over. I mean, it couldn't have been that bad. It couldn't have been bad at all. Miss Ann and I are friends. Our ghost show wouldn't have. All right. Well, whoever did, no one deleted anything. You probably didn't post it. Rogue mod already? All right. Well, Mama's the boss. Hi. Is it about the shooting? Is what? This story? No, there's a new shooting, which we covered a little bit of what we know in Chula Vista at a brewing company in a mall. 4 people have been shot, 1 in the leg. It doesn't look like anyone's died, which is really good. And Ms. Ann has it on her scanner, and she's keeping tabs, and she'll update me on here. I can see you, Ms. Ann. Oh, no, her comment. Oh, I heard that. Oh, okay. I see you, Ms. Ann. We see you. Yeah, Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne. This Mama Kitty is relentless in this purr/meowing. See? It's just, you're gonna get a sore throat. What's going on? Let me put the pillow over this. All right. Can't see, hun. Oh, if you swear or say something derogatory, the computer will hold the... Oh, are you going to try to come up here again? The little black kitty's up here now. Oh, the scare I had earlier, you guys. This little one, which look, he has brown on him in different places. I thought he was mostly just black. He's got some brown up here. Wait, where is it? See? On the sides. Anyway, he crawled into my pillowcase. I couldn't find him anywhere. I called my daughter in. And the thing is, he was head first in. And maybe he would have been fine. Maybe he could breathe fine. I don't know if it was 5 minutes or what. But that's a new one. Sometimes they nestle themselves around my comforter, you know, because I sleep on a mattress. I gave my bed to my daughter, I don't know, a year ago or so. And I'm fine. It's comfortable. But anyway, I was looking high and low. I was looking over there. I was looking everywhere. And he wasn't here. And I knew he hadn't gotten out. And it was the darker one. And my daughter came in. We pulled the blankets off and the pillowcase started moving. But it wasn't that easy getting him out. I mean, I tipped my pillow and I was shaking, and that's when I noticed his head was in. I mean, he could have maybe suffocated, you guys, just maybe. Hi, just a small town girl. Hi, everybody. YouTube is fickle. They filter out the darndest comments. Why? I have no clue what was said. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Okay, so now I'm off on kind of a different tangent. I don't even know how I came up with the White Lake eruption, but Sweet Misery, I don't think has heard of it. And it was something else, you guys, in New Zealand. So here's a video from 22 people were up there walking around what's it called on the top? The crater part. So, I mean, you know, you said something is going on in Indiana as in California. So something's going on is there a shooting in Indiana too? Where's the name Chandler? Is it Chandler, Indiana? It looks like you have 3 girls there. Oh, for my kitties? I don't know. Ms. Ann says yes. What? Another one? Wow. Let me type in Chandler, Indiana, and see what happens. You guys, it is so cold out. I had a sweatshirt on and my parka thing that has no sleeves, but with a hood. My daughter said, because she could tell by the air coming in today, this afternoon, it's so cold out, Mom, you're going to need your boots. When I went to check the mail and bring garbage down, I said, well, I don't think so. I've got thick socks on. It was freezing. And now I'm sitting in my bedroom and my hands are literally as cold as like a cold glass. South Bend, Indiana. Oh, Chandler on Friends. His name was Chandler, the Matthew Perry guy. Wow. 71 in Idaho. Wait, now this says St. Joseph, Colorado. Was there a shooting in Colorado and Indiana right now? You've got to be kidding. I'm going to go by the last one that you said, South Bend, Indiana. I'm going to just type in Indiana shooting. The shootings are out of control, you guys. I'm not against weapons. I'm not against guns. And maybe these aren't mass destruction being used in these right here, but we've got way too many people being killed and dying and losing their lives because you can get a lot more people going than constantly. Oh, no, in South Bend, Indiana. No, in South Bend, and then one in California. Are there two right now? Indiana shooting. Kitty, you haven't even been in here very long. Lord. Ugh. What? Another mall? Greenwood, Indiana, including the identities of the gunman, 3 victims, and the... Okay. No, the Greenwood Park Mall, that was in July of 2022. You guys, I didn't even know about that one. Okay, that was 2022. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna, yes, they are. There was one in a small town at 2 a.m. this morning, not far from me. 3 people got hit by the pew pew at a gas station. G related. Wow. Wow. Penny Bunny says, I remember someone saying that a bunch of people had planned to do stuff like this on Friday the 13th. Nothing happened then. I wonder if this is what they were talking about. Yeah, I'm not even comfortable going up the street. I mean, I kind of am, but after there's shootings to get my food and to get, what makes me comfortable and stop thinking about it is seeing the lady manager in there every day and all the workers, and they go there every day, right? And they're smiling and they're nice. And shoot, over 20 years I've been going to that store. Sweet Misery says, I bought a Halloween costume and I'm too afraid to go anywhere. Yeah. Wow. So the Lewiston, Maine, for a lot of people in the Lewiston area, Saturday was their first day out of the house since the shootings happened on Wednesday night. Police continue to process scenes at the bowling alley and the bar as people in the community come together for the first time to heal. The gunman in the mass shootings that killed 18 people in Lewiston, we all know this, 40-year-old Robert Card, was found dead Friday night. At the scenes of such horror and evil come signs of hope and resilience and faith. 18 crosses for 18 lives placed at Spare Time Recreation and Shemenji's Bar and Grill. 13 more people were injured in the shootings. So I wanted to show this. What? My daughter and grandson literally just left Chula Vista Mall. I was totally freaked to wake to your news, but all good. Lord have mercy. That's Art Go Show. Wow. So you're in Italy and you live in Italy and your daughter lives in California and her grandson. Oh man. You know, and what's sad, um the first victim of the Maine mass shooter remains on a ventilator, fighting for his life, you guys. And it says the first victim of the Maine mass shooter remains on a ventilator fighting for his life as his sister reveals his dad was shot dead at random in a Walmart parking lot 4 years earlier. Are you serious? And he looks like he's pretty young. I'm trying to find the picture again. That's not good at all. I mean, he looks like he's maybe 20 or 22 or something, you know what I mean? Why on earth can't I find it? I mean, it was just here. So Bree Allard is a teacher in Lewiston and made the memorials. I said to my kids, let's make some posters for the victims. And I kept the list going. One of the signs there has all the names of the victims, and I kept adding to it once we found out more information. You guys know that some of them were deaf. Really sad. Okay, the sister of Justin Karcher, 23, he's the one on the ventilator, revealed that the victim's father was shot, tragically died in a Walmart parking lot 4 years ago. Haley Breton, 21, said her family is finding the situation hard because they don't know whether Karcher will live or die. Okay, I haven't seen this picture. Look at this picture, you guys. This is Robert Conrad's son and his former wife. Look at that. His son was fairly young. I thought his son was, oh, here it is. Here's a picture of the person, the sister, and then her brother who's on the ventilator in the jersey. He was the first victim. Okay, Ms. Ann, thank you. Wow. And then as most of you know, these two, father and son, lost their lives by the main shooter. Okay, so I need to turn my heat on, like really bad. What are you doing, you little scamper butts? Come here. Come here. Here. There you go. Oh dear. All right, so now I'm going to look up the Wallingford shoebox one. Mm-hmm. You guys hear him scampering around? They're really funny. Okay, this was in Connecticut. What? In 2015. So this one is, huh. No, this is 1886. Wait. It's 1886. Okay. Okay, here's the story. Goodness gracious, baby girl. Went in for open heart surgery, was supposed to be there 10 days. My feeding tube became dislodged, spilling into my gut for 2 days. I then became septic, had a heart attack, many blood transfusions. Oof, man. Prayers, prayers, prayers. Hope you're 100% now. Okay. So this one's the Wallingford shoebox, Murder. On the morning of August 8, 1886, on a walk through the Parker Farm district of Wallingford, Edward Terrell and his dog uncovered what appeared to be a box of a dozen shoes that had recently fallen from a cart. Weird. The box, measuring 30 inches long and 12 inches wide, rested under a clump of low-lying bushes. Upon opening the shoebox, Terrell found the remains of a man's body wrapped in tarred paper. The corpse was missing its arms, legs, and head. Immediately after the discovery became public, local residents began speculating about the identity of the victim and the reason for his demise. At first, authorities believed the body to be that of Albert J. Cooley of Durham, who went missing after supposedly taking a 1,500 pension from a local slaughterhouse, but Cooley later turned up alive. Another theory reckoned the body belonged to someone responsible for a rash of fires that plagued the town in previous weeks, and that the man met his demise at the hands of his accomplices. A medical examination determined that the remains belonged to an unknown man of 20 to 40 years old who died 5 to 10 days prior to the discovery of his body. The New Haven medical examiner found a large quantity of arsenic in the man's stomach and determined the cause of death to be poison. Okay, sensational and unconfirmed stories filled local newspapers that summer and only added to the mystery surrounding the gruesome unaliving. One story reported local residents finding a bag in the bottom of a well near the location of the body's discovery. Reports claim that when residents returned the next day with the tools necessary for retrieving the bag was gone, but that a piece of human scalp appeared next to the well. This led to speculation that the killer lay in hiding near the well and watching the remains. Come here, you little tykester. This one's my favorite. This one's Tulips. Hi, Tulips. Hi, Tulips. What's really, ooh, he just flew over onto the pillow. That's okay. They come up to me every now and then. They'll crawl up my back or my leg or just snuggle next to my hip like they're saying hi. It's so cute. Gee. Oh, wow, baby girl. Thank goodness you're... Tony, there you are. I just said maybe, I don't know, half an hour ago or so. I haven't seen Tony in here in maybe a week. Maybe it's only been a few days, but, and I said, I hope you're okay because you're not always feeling good, you know? Oh, I'm happy to see you. Wonderful. So I'm reading some weird stories. Hi, Delta's girl. Hi. Some stories that Maggie from the UK gave me because she made me a special thumbnail for them The first one I read was really interesting, quite ghoulish and grisly, like my title says, called the Belle Gunness killings. 40 at least, a woman from Norway, moved to America, put marriage ads in, found suitors. She told them to come with money, and then body parts were found in gunny sacks on her farm. They believe she killed her first two husbands, her two infant children. She was never caught. She burned the farm down. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and got away, but killed a woman. So people would think it was her that died in the fire. It's just unbelievable. Now I'm reading about the Wallingford shoebox killing. I'm trying to be more careful with my words because my 20-minute live last night, where I was covering mass killings and then the perpetrators commit, you know what, unaliving themselves, got taken down. It's a violation, a copyright, a community guideline violation. But they were nice to me. They said, perhaps you weren't aware there's a violation, da da da. I didn't get a warning and I didn't get a strike, but my video was taken down. So, hi everybody. Delta's girl, she's from Canada. I got Canada in here, of course, America. I got New Zealand. I got UK. Arco Show lives in Italy. I got Italy in here. How exciting! It's so cool to have people from all over the world, and you guys can all converse. All right, Kitty. So, sensational and unconfirmed stories filled local newspapers that summer and only added to the mystery surrounding the gruesome. I almost said it again. All right, killing. One story reported local residents finding a bag in the bottom of a well near the location of the body's discovery. Reports claim that when residents returned the next day with the tools necessary for retrieving the bag was gone. Okay, did I already read this whole part? Is this just repeating? What's happening here? Oh, no. Okay, so this led to speculation that the killer lay in hiding near the well and watching the remains being discovered. Remove the evidence prior to the attempt to retrieve it. In September of 1886, yeah, and the Belle Gunness one that I did before was the late 1800s and early 1900s. And she put ads asking for in like people that are looking for love, basically, those kinds of ads. And she got a lot of suitors and they all ended up missing. Good Lord, honey. All right, come on, go ahead and jump up. Oh. So in September of 1886, however, police did manage to uncover two human arms and legs near the scene. The limbs appeared wrapped in tarred paper similar to that found around the torso. Police traced the manufacturing of the box to a shoe factory in Fall River, Massachusetts. There, the company filled the box with shoes and sent it to a wholesale boot and shoe dealer in Chicago, who passed it along to a local retailer. The retailer emptied its contents and threw the box in the backyard of the store, where it remained for several months before being sold to a man who then disappeared. This new twist fueled speculation that the remains might belong to an instigator of the recent Haymarket Square riot in Chicago, whose cohorts needed him silenced, but this lead also went cold. Is that the sound Are you serious, Lori? Well, luckily she can't, because Ginger, even though, like I said, he had those ginger brown eyes and the stripes, he's fixed. He had the whole, what's that called, around the neck, so he couldn't lick his surgery spot. Oh, I'm right. You're right, Tina. If you don't see me, I'm feeling bad. That's funny how people get to know someone and probably what's going on. You feel okay today? Oh, you guys have to be careful about talking about medical stuff. Oh, are you talking about the people in chat talking about medical stuff? Well, I mean, they're not, if anything, they'll just maybe remove their, right? Their chats, Lori, or something. They're not going to like take my content down, are they? Just because people are talking about strokes and no, she is talking to her babies. Yeah, I mean, she is really like that the whole time in here too. She doesn't make the sound actually, now that we're thinking and talking about the sounds she makes out there. And I used to let the dad come in here, you guys. I stopped a day ago because he was pissing, I guess marking his territory, back in the corner of my bedroom, but not on the walls, thank God, or the floor. On this, the towel I had wrapped around the plastic of the bottom part of my fake plant, which we chucked the garbage. Yeah. So yeah. A local woman from the Yalesville section of Wallingford stepped forward and told police that a bearded stranger appeared at her door with a blood-stained shirt and a bundle on his back and asked her for directions to a pond. Okay, that's really weird. I'm warming up my hands on the heater here. The woman claimed that hours later she witnessed the same man pass back through town without the bundle and with a fresh, clean shirt. But she later, look at the kitten. How did you get up here? Are you saying hi? Tulip's saying hi again. Hi, Tulips. I hope this one's a little girl. I don't want to name. My daughter named the kitties. The dark one is Shadow. This one's Tulip. This one has more white on the belly, see? And the other one's Sally. He's gonna come up to the, see? He wants to play with the white cord of my, yeah, you sit right there and say hi. Oop. Oop. There you go. Oh my gosh. They don't usually stay that still that long. You want to read with me? Oh, and this one, you guys, didn't seem like he was getting, or he or she getting as much milk and even thriving. That's when I bought a scale. I mean, you know, like the other ones. And I was giving him kitten chow. This one likes it, and the dark one. Sally's afraid of it. And even some gravy. Look at him. He's so funny. Oh, he's gonna sit here. But they're pooping on the blankets. And when I put them in the litter box, because I know that'll just come natural. Hi, stars above. They're eating the litter, like putting a lot of it in their mouth. And, you know, so as soon as I saw that, so one of these days, it'll be more than mama's milk again. You're so precious. All right. So you guys can see the pretty little eye. I want to take my thing down, but it's way, way back. Let's see if I can remove it. Can a mod possibly remove my trigger warning on the thing? Since Tulip's sitting here. I'm strolling back. Oh, there it is. Are you being a little cutie? Ooh. It's probably, oops, exuding some heat, right? The iPad. His eyes closed? Are your eyes closed? They are. His ears are pretty big. What are you doing? They're intense, you guys. They can get up to this second tier. We're talking like, okay, 1, 2.5 feet up. Wow. Okay. So, okay, so this woman claimed that hours later she witnessed the same man pass. Okay, that was weird. Who's 40 pounds now? Who are you guys talking about? Oh, that's when I was talking about Eugenia Clooney. Is she 40 pounds? She honestly, I thought she was 70. Um, I can't believe she's still alive, period. I mean, when a woman is know what on earth was going on. My live was going. Look at the kitten just sitting here. It's so funny. Anyway, it said that the router couldn't access Safari. But then all of a sudden a picture started stuff came in on the Safari page. And so I hit studio again and it worked. Yeah. Look at the kitty wittens. Kitten to wittens. Oh my gosh, she's so precious. Look at that, Poopsie. There. I don't know. I'll read this direction. No, that's too, my head's turned too far. Driving me bonkers. Oh, they're down there nursing. I'm going to literally pick him up and bring him over to her. Come here, Poops. Come here. Come here. No, lay down, lay down, lay down. Here, here, here. Lay down, lay down, lay down so they can nurse. Oh. Oh. Come on now. Now they're cold. Come here. Turn the heat up. Come here. All right, forget it. Oh, I feel bad. She got up. All right. There's the little face. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay, so this woman later recanted her story. Maybe she was scared. Authorities also detained a prostitute named Mabel Preston, known by some as Mabel Gage, believing that she knew the whole story behind the unaliving the killing. But when questioned, Preston professed to know nothing. 2 years after the killing, Preston unalived herself. You guys don't mind seeing the kitten a little bit, right? Sweet Misery, you're allergic to kitties. Go to sleep. You're very sleepy. Today, the shoebox killer remains unsolved. Both the identity of the victim and the killer are still a mystery. While the police continue to label it an open case, yeah, right. The prospect of any new information arising is too remote for the case to receive active consideration. Weird. Okay, it's just weird. And that was way back in the 1800s in Connecticut. Oh, all right. All right, one more. This one is the Phantom Phantom Barber Pascagoula. Okay, I don't know what that is, but let's find out. Your baby's okay. Are you worried? She gets to go out with the other kitties in the hall and stuff now and then. Okay, that's just really weird. This was, oh, oh, you giving baths? Doing licks? Oh, oh, he wants to nurse so bad. You guys, he's nursing while she's standing there. Oh my gosh. All right, go down. Oh, now the other ones are right here. Okay, let me get the dry down for her and put it in my daughter's room really quick. I'll be right back, and then we'll read the Phantom Barber of Pascagoula, which was June 5th, 1942. Wow. And I even have a little video I can play, maybe. Okay. I'm going to mute. Oh, you guys, this is so cute. He doesn't even want to cuddle with his little siblings. He wants to come up here because I put him over by there. Her, I guess I'll call it her a girl. And she came over here. There we go. Okay, so strange. All right, the case of the Phantom Barber. In 1942, as World War II raged and fear And paranoia among the general populace was rising. A bizarre series of break-ins occurred in the town of Pascagoula, Pascagoula, Mississippi. The case was temporarily declared solved, but today it is disputed whether the convicted man was truly responsible and what the perpetrator was even after in the first place. Weird. Oh, you're so precious. So, oh, weird, you guys. I didn't even think this was part of the story. It's so bizarre. So, stolen locks, meaning locks of hair. All right. Marilyn Evelyn Briggs and Edna Marie Heidel awoke in their bedroom at Our Lady of Victory's convent on the night of June 5th, 1942, to the sight of a man climbing out of the window. Nothing was stolen other than a lock of each girl's hair. Briggs would describe the mysterious intruder as sort of short, sort of fat, and he was wearing a white sweatshirt, but this description does not seem to have been sufficient in finding any leads. A few days later, the home of the Piatti family was hit seemingly by the same person, as 6-year-old Carol Piatti slept next to her twin brother, David. An intruder cut some of her hair before exiting the house. It was later discovered that a cut had been made in a window screen through which the intruder had entered. Hi, Tattooed Angel. Hi. Hi, everybody. A sandy footprint was left behind, but like the description given by Briggs, this does not seem to have helped in finding leads. Weird. What took a chunk that? Gosh, you guys, cut a big chunk of hair. Because if you read the fine print on the bottom, this is one of the Briggs girls. Look at that. And down here, it says, where blonde ringlets once fell, none fall today, as little Laura Briggs on the right. Curiosity convinces herself by touching the head of her sister, Mary Evelyn. See? Bizarre. Oh, that's nice, Tattooed. That's nice. I bet, did you have a lot of singers and everything? I sang a lot last night. I still get a little nervous doing it. Tina, do the other two have green eyes too? Is that on the, yeah, this one's eyes are green, aren't they? That's a good question. They're asleep right now. I think they're more of a darker blue right now, but I heard all kittens' eyes are blue when they're born, right? I'm glad it went well, Tattooed Angel. I'm so glad. I hit the like already before, And I explained to you about my live being taken down. It was only 20 minutes, but luckily, I didn't get a strike or a warning. They're being pretty nice. They can tell that I'm new or whatever, and maybe don't understand all the ins and outs. But even if you're not monetized, there's certain things that oh, okay, you and BH and Mrs. High and Kimmy. Well, that's a lot of people. Kimmy must be enjoying it. She was up there last night at the very end, and I didn't get to hear her yet because of the situation with your live. But I'm glad that's all okay and up. I'm going to definitely watch back. Oh, beginning and the end, you dedicated a few songs to everybody. Oh, that's nice. And I'm keeping my eye out for the Turtle Island painting, but I know that's going to be a few more days. Nice. Thank you for hitting the like. Yeah. Hit the like, please. Subscribe if you'd like to. Now I can't remember. I'm getting closer to the number that I'm looking for. Okay, so escalation. The following Friday after the Piatti home invasion, the home of Mr. and Mrs. Terrell Heidelberg was hit, with a cut window screen again being used as the point of entry. But this time the intruder wasn't simply after some hair. You're kidding me. This weirdo, Becca, is cutting screens and cutting hair from children and leaving with the hair. It's called the Phantom Barber from Pascagoula. I think it was Mississippi in 1942, I believe, or was it 45? Now I can't remember. The Heidelbergs were attacked, what? With a heavy iron bar, knocking Terrell unconscious while his wife lost some of her front teeth? Yikes. The attack occurred too fast for either of them to be able to provide a clear description of the perpetrator. The final incident attributed to this individual occurred a few days later against Mrs. R.E. Taylor. She was woken by something with a sickening smell, and then her next memory was of waking up again and being ill. What? These are stories that I got, Becca, from Maggie from the UK, and she made me a cute little thumbnail. It is Mississippi. So here's the article. And as you can see, it says, woman's hair snipped by Phantom Barber, Pascagoula, Mississippi, June 23rd. He has ridden again. Mrs. R.E. Taylor was reported 2 inches of her new permanent had been shorn by the strange shearer while she slept in a bedroom with her husband and 2 daughters. I had a vague feeling of something passing over my face, Mrs. Taylor said, then woke up feeling ill. The tonsorial artist had broken through a window, cut her hair, and fled. Previous victims of the Phantom Barber, all within the last 10 days, were 3 little girls. Police believed he used chloroform to keep his subjects asleep while he snipped their locks. Oh, good grief, you guys. No wonder Maggie sent me this story. This is the investigation. Local news outlets dubbed the perpetrator of these incidents the Phantom Barber, and both residents and police in Pascagoula took this mysterious phantom very seriously. It was assumed the same man was responsible for all of these incidents, reported that at least 10 homes were hit, and police were offering a $300 reward for any information. 300, that's what it says here. But it was 1942, I think. For any information that might lead to capturing him. Oh, thank you, Becca, for popping over. I love you too. Thank you. Yeah, I'll probably make, either a Friday or Saturday night of singing and even being in chat. And my loud bellowing out singing, Parker doesn't really like, but I told him it's once a week. I'm going to be over on Becca's either Friday or Saturday, and that's all there is to it, So, and my daughter didn't hear it. She keeps her fan going, but not blowing on her because it's getting cold. It's cold here. But I'll watch the show and, or at least the end of it. And thank you for popping over. I love you, Becca. I do. I love you so much. It's a wonderful family, good channel. Please subscribe to her if you haven't yet, you guys. She just talks about positivity and mental health, being positive, non-cyberbullying, just helpful content. Night, hun. Okay, so $300 reward for any information that might lead to capturing him. After the assault on the Heidelbergs, 6 men were deputized by the police, and bloodhounds were brought in to help with the investigation. The bloodhounds were able to briefly follow a trail, but they hit a dead end in some nearby woods when they discovered a pair of blood-stained gloves. Police speculated that the Phantom Barber might have stashed a bicycle in this location in order to make a fast getaway. In the meantime, the residents of Pascagoula were living in fear. Sandra Moncrief, who was a young child in 1942, recalled, "My dad worked at the shipyard and he made this big old iron billy stick. And they would take turns sitting up around the clock because the story was the Phantom Barber was cutting the hair off of blonde children, and I had blonde hair," she said. Wow. So people really were frightened, which they should be. Police Chief A.W. Ezel even enlisted the aid of Miris Talley, a detective with the Pinkerton Agency, and 2 months after the final attack, it was announced that the Phantom Barber had been captured. You think so? The suspect, the man in custody, was 57-year-old German-born chemist William Dolan. Before coming to the United States, Dolan obtained a degree in chemistry. He ran a pharmacy in New Orleans for several years before selling it and retiring with his wife in Pascagoula. Well, did I wake you, little kitty, with my loud voice? According to Ezel and Talley, Dolan had a coast-to-coast record of charges prior to his settling in Pascagoula. In addition, there were multiple witness accounts that placed him at the scene of the assault on the Heidelbergs. Interesting. One neighbor claimed that Dolan had asked for a ride to a place not far from the Heidelberg home and that an hour later he had returned to that neighbor's truck saying that some trouble had occurred. Another witness that went unnamed by Ezel and Tally reported that they had seen Dolan come out of the Heidelberg house that night the couple was attacked. Perhaps most damning of all, police claimed that a bundle of hair had been found either in Dolan's house or in the yard behind it. Somehow it was determined that some of this hair belonged to Carol Piatti, one of the victims. Wow. As to a motive, Ezel and Tally had answers for that as well. Allegedly, Dolan had a grudge against Terrell Heidelberg's father, a judge who had refused to lower Dolan's bail in regards to an unrelated trespassing charge several months prior to the Phantom Barber incidents. Gee. That's good, Tony. I'm glad that you hang out over there at Becca's and Tattooed Rebels. They're really good people, good family, caring. However, this would only explain the attack on the Heidelbergs and not any of the other break-ins attributed to the Phantom Barber. Not to worry. Naturally, Ezel and Tally had an explanation for this, too. Ezel suggested Dolan's motive was to scare locals and weaken morale. This idea came from the fact that many shipyards and manufacturing plants used for military production were in the area. And to Ezel, this meant that Pascagoula was a valuable military target. Add to this that the German-born Dolan was alleged by multiple witnesses to have made positive statements about Hitler and the Nazis. And Ezel had a case for a German plot against the town. Look at the picture they show you guys that someone drew, obviously. Creepy story for getting inching closer to Halloween, huh? Aftermath. Unsurprisingly, Dolan claimed he was innocent. Also unsurprisingly, he was found guilty and sentenced to 10 years in prison. However, he was only charged with attempted murder in the case of the Heidelberg assault, and no charges were ever brought against him in regards to the other Phantom Barber incidents. This didn't stop the town and local news outlets from proclaiming that the Phantom Barber had been caught. And since there were no more incidents attributed to the Phantom Barber in Pascagoula after Dolan was in prison, most people assumed that police had caught the right man. It sounds like the right man to me. Put a 1 in the chat if you think they caught the right man. This German man, Mr. Dolan. The incident stopped. Carol Piatti's hair was literally found at his place. You know, and then there were different witnesses that said they saw the man there. Is my chat still working? Can somebody type? Oh, there we go. It is. Tony says 000. I don't know. 000. It has to be him. Carol Piatti's the one that said, you know, she was asleep. She had an awful smell over her face, and then she felt ill when she woke up, which they think was chloroform that he put on a thing and laid on their face while he clipped their hair. Good grief. And the incident stopped? You guys don't think so? I do. But while it seems like there was a decent case for Dolan being the perpetrator in the attack on the Heidelbergs, there doesn't seem to have been much to tie him to the other break-ins. Oh, they hated Germans during the war. Might have been set up, says Deb. The Heidelberg assault didn't really have much in common with the other incidents attributed to the Phantom Barber. It was far more violent and clearly motivated by something outside of the theft of some hair. Most who examine the case today seem to come to the conclusion that while Dolan might have been guilty of the attempted murder, he was put in prison for. He was likely used as a scapegoat and framed for the other Phantom Barber incidents. Wow, you might be right on it, Deb. Lloyd Boston. Hi, Lloyd Boston. 1 or 2. Mississippi Governor Fielding Wright. Oh, sorry, baby. It just. Did I startle the kitten? Look at the kitten's here. Laying on the cat tree with me. Was moved to re-examine Dolan's case 6 years later and administered a lie detector test to him, which Dolan apparently passed? Wow. Wow, you guys, and maybe it's not him. Dolan was given a limited suspended sentence and then set free in 1951, all of which seems to suggest that there might have been doubt, even in the case of the crime for which Dolan went to prison. So was William Dolan the Phantom Barber? It doesn't seem likely, and the truth of this bizarre case will probably never be known with any certainty. Wow. Very strange.
As a readily identifiable motive.
Well, I didn't get in trouble. I am never wrong, LOL. It's very easy to pass a polygraph. Is it? Look at this picture, you guys. Ah, shoot. I'm surprised somebody hasn't made a movie yet. That's spooky, but also easy to fail. I'm trying to find a little video, but not necessarily by someone that's on YouTube. But then again, I've done it in the past, so I guess it's okay. It just makes it a little more fun. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play this one.
Possess a readily identifiable.
This is 19 minutes long. We'll give credit where credit's due. His channel's called Sinister. Hopefully, it'll be okay.
Viable motive, such as seeking revenge or pursuing financial, sexual, or opportunistic gains. However, occasionally, a crime emerges that is exceedingly eerie, something devoid of any logical explanation or purpose. In these perplexing cases, devoid of any discernible logic, the chilling nature of the crime becomes all more pronounced, amplifying the difficulty of unraveling its enigma and bringing the purpose.
You guys, I'm not going to do that. It's almost 4 hours and I'm chancing it with a copyright. And I read all 3 of my stories Maggie sent me. So, that's really nice. Hats off to Maggie. Prayers for Maggie. She's not feeling well. And thank you, everyone, for coming in. I really mean it. All of you hanging out. Apparently, there's been another shooting. 4 people, but I don't think anyone died. Is it at a mall in Indiana? Ms. Ann was on here earlier and heard it on her scanner. So, yeah, and it was at a brewery inside a mall. So, yeah. Thank you, everybody. Watch back the part. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, everybody. Watch back what you missed. Pretty interesting. And I'll see you tomorrow, I'm pretty darn sure. And tomorrow's Sunday. I'm not on the island anymore, so I don't need to ask for call-ins or save my AZZ. And that's kind of a relief, I mean, of course, I'd like to get voted back on, but, we'll see. And I love you. Thanks for coming to PCT is Extreme. Please hit the like. Please subscribe if you'd like to. And I love all of you. Bye-bye. Thanks, you guys. Tulip says bye too. He's all asleep here. So cute. Bye.